Hello and welcome to another episode of The Naked Turner. Today I'm going to be turning a maple French rolling pin, and this is something that people really tend to like. It's a relatively easy gift, and it's something that can be used for many years to come. And from what I found, these French rolling pins are way better than any other type of rolling pin. You hardly need any extra flour to keep stuff from sticking to them. And I really like making these. They're handy to have around your own kitchen, and more than that, people really enjoy getting them as a gift. I'm making this one as a gift for my uncle, who had requested this, and so I'm gonna happen to have a small piece of 1.75" by 1.75" by 22.5" long piece of sugar maple that I salvaged from a job that I was on. It was destined, it was going to become trim for some countertop, but then this particular piece was rejected and I ended up with it. So here it is. It's a beautiful piece and I'm ready to start turning it. See you in a second. Oh, don't forget, read, understand, and follow all of the shop safety for the tools you're going to use. And remember, eye protection, face protection. All right, here it is, chucked up between my scrolling jaw chuck and my tailstock. Everything's locked down, and I'm going to be roughing this. So I don't know if you can see this, but I made myself a mark here at center line. So I'm going to be working from center line back here to my end point, back and forth. Then I'll move my tool rest over and start working on this end. Almost there. Still have a little bit of flat spot on all four sides, but real close. Okay, so now that I have this side rounded out, I'm going to move my tool rest. I'll move down to this end and do the same thing. Okay, I'm getting close. Still a tiny bit of flat spot, but I'm just about there here in the middle. So it's almost completely rounded at this point. I have a little flat spot on this end. Blending in the middle. All right, there we go. Now I have a nice cylindrical blank for this. And at this point, what I want to do is get rid of these few little grooves I have here. I'm using my finger and my thumb to keep control of the distance of stick out past my tool rest, so that if my tool rest is nice and parallel, I should get a nice straight cut that keeps me cylindrical. Okay, so now we're going to slide down here, just to right about there. Blend this in. All right. Now what I'm going to do is make a series of marks. And I want to end up with approximately a 22-inch piece here, so I'm going to say from there is 11. Okay, that's the center line that I'm going to pick. So now I'm going to be using this attachment for my parting tool to create an end size for the two ends of this. And let's see, I think what I'm going to be doing is, since this should be approximately just under 1 3/4, I'm going to go down to about 1 1/4. 1 3/8 almost on the two ends, so that looks pretty good. All right, and now the way that's going to work is, first of all, I'm going to bring the tool rest all the way down close to my chuck. I'm going to get rid of this material down here first. So that shows me my finish point down at this end. Now, stop that. Move this down. And I'm going to do the same thing on this end. Now what I do is I look at the distance of my shoulder and I make an adjustment here so that my tool rest is almost touching. Yep. Okay, so now what I do is I make sure that there's a gap over here. I'm creating an angle basically to show me the kind of curve that I want to get on this, which is approximately like that. So now what I can do is do the same thing where I start here and I just keep moving across at that same distance, and it'll put a nice slope on this for me. So it's pretty nice right there. And we do the same thing over on the other side. Keeping that same relationship right about like that. All right. Right there. A little bit off here. Okay, so I have a little bit of a sort of funny shape right there I want to get rid of. Pretty good there. Now I'm just going to shift back to the other side and do a tiny bit of adjustment on this. I'm just taking really fine passes. All right. That looks pretty good. I think now all I need to do is some sanding on this. That's, of course, still a little bit fat right over here. For whatever reason, it's a little bit fat right there. Using my old Buck Brothers. There we go. That looks better. Like that. Okay, so now I'm putting on some Butcher Block conditioner, which is carnauba, beeswax, and mineral oil, vegetable or food grade mineral oil, which has a little bit of vitamin E oil in it to stabilize it. And as you can see, that's really coating that nicely. And I have an almost completed French rolling pin. So now I'm just going to take it in, sand these two ends off on my stationary sander, and it'll be ready to go.